we'll have Glint open as well, so we are in with our news. Relatively quiet for now, guarded, but nothing is thought Big Stan died then. Got a bit worried. So the dollar index has come for a big drop actually today in the morning. So now we are looking pretty, I believe we might even consolidate in this range that we're currently in. What have we got for Bitcoin? Where is Bitcoin? Seems we might be in for a push to the upside. Just looking at that, well, just obviously straight away we've got higher highs, higher lows as well. So we've got high there, low, high, and by the looks of it, a low. So we are getting those higher highs and higher lows. So if we were to actually look like, well, let's just say something like this, where we go the high, the low, the high, and then the low. So what you'd expect now is a further move to the upside and then another low. So something like that. So we could jump in quickly on that long position there and ride that out maybe to 77,580. We'll do 77,580. Just a little quick one. We are currently in that uptrend, as you can see. Got those higher highs, higher lows, but we might be looking. Yeah, you see that price has come up very bullish there, and in the 1 minute time frame, you can see that candle has ended a lot further up in that range. But we do need to finish higher than that previous peak, which will give us that obviously high. So liquidity wise, what have we got? More liquidity in the lower range for Bitcoin actually. There's not really anything in the top. We've mainly got this big chunk of liquidity at 75,500. Now if we look on flow, we might actually see, well, we've got more shorts than longs. So there's more liquidity in the lower range. Now whales are bullish, mid is bullish, and retail is neutral. So we will close that. just on there. Now we were expecting that continuation for those higher highs and higher lows, but it seems we might not be getting that now. Looks like we could be in for a push to the downside. So what have we got going on for silver? Silver seems to be becoming bullish. Now, tether gold. Gold is looking relatively okay. But we need to kind of determine where we are headed with gold. So let me have a look on trading view. Get a more solid structure. Gold does seem to be coming in a bearish move. Now, we'll have a look if we can get those higher highs and higher lows. Draw some trend lines. That's kind of what we're currently looking like with gold. Might see a continued consolidation through this level. So we've got 4,500, that is our support. We are relatively close to it. Close and not close at the same time. So if you're looking at a 15-minute time frame, yeah, we're not too far from it, but we've kind of been bouncing off that major support there. All these lines for Bitcoin. Yeah, so Bitcoin is still looking bullish, still on that move to the upside, ever so slightly. Even though liquidity is in the lower range, there isn't really anything. We've got 93 and 84. It's not much, but it's, I mean, it's not really anything really. Where we've got something like 200 and plus, then we're looking, you know, to get more serious. But currently, we've got no liquidity, like important liquidity, in the upper range. So currently, it's kind of low. Now, yeah, we are coming on that support level for gold. Let's have a look. So. Iranians brace for war's return. Many Iranians say the ceasefire feels fragile and temporary, with growing fears that fighting will soon resume. Residents in Tehran describe a sense of anxiety and resignation, expecting more destruction. Some say daily life feels abnormal and suspended, while others feel detached, simply waiting for what comes next. Yeah, I mean it's not positive at all. It's a very sad situation for people around the world, but I'm not seeing a clear range for either of anything really. So we're going to get a push to the upside, or what have we got going on? Downwards. Nope. Crude oil has just come down pretty significantly, if I'm totally honest.
setting for your mind.
Crude oil has come very, very bearish. What the hell? We might see gold coming bullish now. Let's have a look. Yep. What about Bitcoin? Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin has took a very big push. Now let's have a look. So 14.19. Let's have a look for. Let's have a look on gold. What happened at 14.19? 14, 15, So gold was actually moving within this level. Now, if we look at the dollar index, where has it gone? DXY. Yeah, dollar index has just come down significantly, as you can see. Big drop there. And as for gold and pretty much everything else, we're seeing a big push. Let's have a look. What else have we got? We've got Aptos, XRP, silver. I'm trying to just understand where this big pump came from. We've got a big pump there, honestly. Look at that, it's crazy. Bitcoin, I don't think, I mean, yeah, it's still relatively large. We've not really had, I mean, we've not had anything news-wise, apart from, about obviously Iran and feeling scared or whatever it was. Yeah, this one, Iranians brace for war. I mean, it's not positive at all, but the question is, why did we just see that big move just there? let's have a look. So liquidity wise, we still have, actually we've got more on the upside now. We've got 100 mil and we have 124 million in the, oh no, we've got 124 million at 77,227. And price is currently at 77,600 and still bullish. I mean, one thing's saying ceasefire, the next thing is saying things are going to get worse. Like, what, about 5 minutes ago we got a tweet or news saying we are going to, well, Iran's getting ready for this, continued strikes, and then we get a tweet or post saying, oh, ceasefire, all this, all that, which is just a joke. It's becoming a joke. Oh, we are still seeing a very strong bullish move. Why? That is the question. Why are we seeing it? So let's have a look.
To the music of this night. Music has shaped generations, has changed lives and made a difference. Way down in its core, fundamental, a basic element that's true. It's all about the fundamentals. The emotions that bind us all. It's all about the rhythm. It's all about life.
Question is, are we going to continue? We've broken that neckline by the looks of it. Oh no, this is the neckline here. So let's have a look. If we break this neckline, then we could be in for a move further to the upside. If not, then we may even be in for a move back down to that downside. You can see where the neckline actually is, so we've got it right here. You see it's got that M shape there, with a big rejection from the middle area there. You see where that false break, and then price has dipped very much. And then we came bullish. Now we are retesting that level again. So we are still unable to break through that neckline. Let's have a look how much time this candle has. Half an hour, which is, yeah, I mean it's quite a large candle, but let's have a look at Solana. What we're looking like. Everything is obviously going to come bullish, regardless. Silver as well. Gold definitely. You can see gold has came up a big chunk there. Big chunk there. Currently we are at 4,601. Now, is this move going to be slowing down anytime soon? So that's that neckline for Bitcoin. You can see we've got confirmation on that bullish candle there. So if we don't break through, then we could be in for a move to the downside. Now if we do break through, then we'll most likely continue. So let's just keep an eye out on what happens in these next couple of minutes. Seems we've not got enough power there. And there is much more liquidity in the downside. We've got 124 million in the downside, 114 now actually. 114, 100 and 109. So there's a relatively large block of liquidity there. Upside we've got 93, 91, and that's at 77,900 and 77,800. And currently we're at 77,700, so we might even be in for a push to grab that liquidity. So let's have a look. Now 77,900. Yeah, I mean we could go in for a limit order. That would be kind of smarter to do. But I'm trying to understand if we have a reversal coming in from this level or not. So are we gonna come in and sweep the liquidity? It's slightly above this level right now, so we might be in for a push to the upside. And that's why I didn't want to go in for that short position there. So if we went in for that short position, we might have been now already down. So I didn't want to be in just yet, as the structure wasn't really clear. So we might even come in for that liquidity in the upside, but then continue to come in for that reversal and a push to the downside. So The liquidity has nearly been swept actually. We've got a very small amount left to go. So currently looking at this structure, let's have a look. 1 hour time frame. Yeah, we're coming up to that resistance there. You can see. So we could even come in for that short position for a push to the downside. So I believe we've got that liquidity now. Let's have a look again. So just so we're safe, Now we have came up. So there's 88 million at 77,900 and what was it? 950. 950. 77, 950. I mean, it's not far off. It's coming. It's still not. We'll play it safe, and we'll come in for a limit order instead. So we'll do 77, 950. If there's liquidity at 950, then realistically 77, 950. We could come in actually at 78k for a short position there. Now, our take profit would be looking to be coming in a level of, let's say, let's do 76,200. I mean, it's a very big trade, but it's a very big trade. So our first, we can go 77,389. Do 50%, 77,8250. Let me have a look actually. 77,372. 77,372. Now we'll do partial position, so we'll do half of it. 77. Bro. Let's see. We'll do 25%. 25%. Trigger price is 78k. 78k. Same for this one as well, 78k. And looking at a stop loss, I believe. The take profit price must be below the order price. Oh, so that's take profit. So where's stop loss? What? Well, we had. We're still up that. I mean, we've got that liquidity now. Question is, are we going to come for a push to the downside or not? We're actually very close to taking that position though. Actually, we'll do it then where our price comes to that level and we can obviously close half of it, which will be still good. So we are expecting that further move to the downside, but we'll come in for a nice profit when price comes back to that previous level where we had the move where, you know, it started to come bullish, very bullish. So 77,365 along there. So that position has now been filled, which is great. Now let's have a look. What have we just had from Glint? Konstantinovka. What on earth? View from enemy drone. The fighting for the city's buildings is intensifying as our Russian aerospace forces strikes on Ukrainian positions. Yeah, it's not too important yet. Bitcoin still seems to be pushing to that high. I mean, there's still even more liquidity in the downside now. There's 148 million. We had 100 million a couple minutes ago, and now there's 148 million. Let's have a look how much time we've got left on those candles there. So about 5 seconds or so. It's a very big bullish candle though, a very big move. Thing is, we need to see a move to the downside. So a move to the upside would not be obviously good for us, but I mean, yeah, anything can happen. So we have the US market open in just under an hour. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the upcoming videos. There'll be a lot of things happening most likely from next week as well. We can actually have a look at Forex Factory to see what we've got news wise. Price is slowly coming down. We are seeing weakness now from the buyers actually. I'll have a look on flow. What have we got? We are seeing a lot more short positions now, as you can see. Seems like buyers are still pushing back though. Whales are slightly bullish, mid is bullish, retail is neutral. More shorts, more liquidity in the shorts. 6.94 million in longs. Now Bybit has got 10 million shorts, sorry, while there's 183k shorts, longs, sorry. Head's a mess, like I've not eaten yet, so HTX we've got 2.35 million for shorts, 5.9 for longs. So HTX is more bullish, whereas all the other exchanges seem to be very bearish. Iran delivered on Thursday to the US through Pakistani mediators its response to the latest US amendments on the agreement to end the war. I don't believe this pushing back will last from the buyers. So we did have a big bullish move there. It looks as if it's coming to an end now. So currently we do look to be in a pretty decent position. Now I will be back in just a second. So, what I believe we'll be seeing now is a gradual move to the downside. It won't be as fast, obviously, as this whole big bullish move that we've got, but I believe we will get a slower, more gradual move to the downside. Now, we do need to make now a lower low. So this is the first low that we have. And for a nice continuation, we do need to see a lower low forming. Now, that would look to be within that kind of shape. Now, that's currently what we are waiting on. Let's have a look. Liquidity, what have we got? 143 million in a downside, 75,707. That's where we have all of this liquidity. Now, you can see price is really slow right now. Very slow and bullish. So that kind of gives me a bit of a peace of mind that we are still in for that move to the downside. We do need to see a stronger move from the sellers now for that downwards move. So ideally, these next couple of candles do need to be finishing lower than this area that we've got right here. So we need to be finishing roughly, let's say there. We are on that path, but it looks a little bit too slow for my liking. A little bit too slow for my liking. Maybe we have a very even amount, which it currently looks to be the case. That's not what we wanted at all. The US may deploy Dark Eagle What? Hypersonic missiles to the Middle East for a potential strike on Iran. This is a new weapon capable of flying at over 5 times the speed of sound while maneuvering to evade air defenses. What? According to Bloomberg, US Central Command has requested a deployment, but no official decision has been made. It could mark the first combat use of the system, which is still considered not fully operational. What on earth is going on? If I'm being completely honest, I did not even know that things like this even existed. Such crazy missiles. And what is it? Dark Eagle hypersonic missile. I mean, the name itself just sounds crazy. The fact that it flies 5 times the speed of sound and it can pretty much maneuver like a snake. Any, air defenses, which is even more insane. I mean, that's pretty scary in that case. So that big push for Bitcoin is really struggling to continue to be coming up. So we are still okay towards that downside. Gold. Gold is in the same kind of range. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're nearly at 100 subscribers. It'd be greatly appreciated if we reach that milestone for today. And end the week off with a good ending. Yeah, you can see it's struggling to, push up. Struggling to push up. So we have the US market open in around 30 minutes. So we'll see what interesting things happen when it does open. There we go, there's a bigger push. We're still in that move to the downside now. You can see we've still got that strength from the buyers, it's still there, the strength is still there, but we are in that bearish move. So buyers are, they're still struggling to, push back up, and the sellers are not letting them push back up. So we did see a little bit of a hiccup here. I did think it was maybe seeing a weakness in this bearish move. Buyers would create obviously a higher low, which obviously would be a weakness, and it wouldn't be good for us. It's relatively slow, this movement, but it's still underway. creeping a little bit higher, which I'm not liking. Not liking whatsoever. I mean, we're still making those higher lows, lower lows, but they are very close together. You can see we're kind of struggling in either direction. We might even see some consolidation, just a slow movement in the, obviously just sideways movement, until we get a clearer view of where we're headed. But seems we are still in that push to the downside. There's a bigger push. Very nice, very nice. Very nice. Look at that. Lovely jubbly. Oh, of course. Of course. Just had to. Just had to. Just had to. We saw that big drop there, but then we see a big push back from the buyers. Now, I don't believe we will crack through and come in for a push to the upside, but this is not what I want to see. Like, you know, this is not what I want to be seeing. Not what I want to be seeing. Question is, well, we're still going to stay in the trade, and yeah, I mean, well, actually, we can put the stop loss above our that previous high, so we can put it slightly above. So we'll go about 220, low 250. So just about there. So I believe when we get to the US market open, we may even see a further push to the downside. Currently, we are looking relatively it's a very stupid situation, if I'm completely honest. The market doesn't seem to be getting better, but somehow we are still coming bullish. somehow we are still coming bullish. Are we going to get a continued move to the downside, or is this going to break the structure, and are we going to shift for a further push to the upside? I mean, that's not what I want to be seeing at all, if I'm completely honest, but that is where we are at right now. I mean, it looks like that's what's gonna happen. Ugh. Great. That is a shocking start. It was looking good. It was you know, coming down, and yeah, I mean, not a good start. Not a good start. So it looks like we actually broke that neckline that we had here. You see, we have that W shape, and this line is that neckline. So it was a clean break of that neckline by, you know, what we saw. So this point here could have really been the most critical point. Now from here we could have seen neither move, and we saw the move that we didn't want to see, but it's okay. So let's have a look at something else. Now, gold is in a very strange pattern right now. That level is kind of invalid, but we do get that kind of same movement within that level there, but well, the US market opening in 22 minutes now. Bitcoin will most likely push for a further move to the upside as we've broken through that neckline. It is claimed that liquidity at 78k, which was 132 mil. That's the largest amount of liquidity we currently had. Now we've got 106 at 77k, 77.2k to be precise. We've got 112 million at 76.4k, and then a total of about 200 from 75,400 to 75,600. Now we could see a further move to the upside, so we are now at that 78k resistance level. So that is gold. So now we could see a reversal back up off this resistance level. So resistance for now is 78,422. Now if we do break above this level, then we could see a push maybe to even 80k, but judging from the current market situation, I don't believe that will be the case. So most likely we'll get a bounce from the resistance level. I can't speak today, I don't know what's going on. So yeah, a bounce from that resistance level at the top, and then a further move to the downside. Now we still are bullish, we are very bullish.
Imagine being
We're still in that move for the upside. It's been a very strange session so far. I was expecting that move for the downside then, but we didn't quite get there. So what have we got? Pudgy Penguins, I believe, was pretty volatile actually. We are up 4.81% today, so we might see a further move to the upside depending kind of where all the other crypto goes. So I think Pudgy Penguins also kind of correlates slightly to Bitcoin as well. So Bitcoin is now still bullish, and we could expect that rise to, what was it, 80, or is that it? Oh, just here then, 78,422. You can see that the candle has just touched there actually. So we could get a trade ideally just off of that there. So let's Let's have a look. Yeah, Pudgy Penguins is coming very bearish now, so we can quickly jump in on that short position there. .009961. 0.009961. So as soon as I enter, we are in for a bullish move. Fantastic. I mean, there's not really any kind of strong signal that we are going to get a move past that resistance level right there. We've got 115 million liquidity at 78,800. Well, that is relatively small. Yeah, so we have not reached that candle there. What on earth is going on? We're still seeing Bitcoin trying to like come through to this level. We might see a false break. We've seen many false breaks before actually. Here, as you can see, we did come up to this resistance level of the daily time frame. So this blue line here, that is the daily resistance level. Now, we did come to a high of 79k, about 79.5k. Same there. We did come slightly past it. Now we have been moving within this level for quite some time. Now we are at this level currently, and it seems we are kind of pushing, maybe even through it, ever so slightly. Let's have a look on X if we've got anything on Pudgy Penguins right now. So, according to Pudgy Penguins CEO, confirmed that they are initiating a ruthless prioritization strategy to scale the ecosystem into $1 billion global brand. Interesting. Interesting.
Told you not to worry, but maybe that's a lie. I knew what you me. Just stay inside.
You can kind of see how Bitcoin correlates to Pudgy Penguins. So we were down ever so slightly there. But sometimes it does have a bit of a strange market structure though, if I must say. So it looks like we've had a weakness at that resistance level there, and we are coming very bearish there. Maybe we'll get a retest, but it could be a strong indication for a move to the downside.
Told you not to worry, but maybe that's alright.
Yeah, nothing too crazy news-wise today. You can see how volatile Pudgy Penguins actually is. It's very volatile. Yeah, price does move relatively fast, and you can obviously see for yourselves. It looks like Bitcoin had some trouble getting to this resistance level. We did come for it ever so slightly, like very minimal, and then we got rejected by the looks of it from there. We might come in to retest it. That's what we currently looks like what we've got right now. So like a retest of that level, but not too worried just yet. We've seen a sharp increase there for Bitcoin. I feel Pudgy Penguins is a bit behind, ever so slightly. You can see it does sometimes like lag out a little bit. We do have like a little bit of time. But the move isn't strong. I believe we might now be making those lower highs and lower lows. So let's have a look on Bitcoin. Yeah, so currently we are still in that structure to be making those lower highs and lower lows. We do have that high is lower obviously than this one. So I am now expecting this next move to create a new lower low. Now, Pudgy Penguins just absolutely dropped. That was a very big move. it doesn't correlate to Bitcoin as much as I thought it would, but we are still we're still relatively the same in structure. But yeah, Bitcoin does seem to be seeing that weakness. You can see that pump that we just received here wasn't enough to come past that previous high, so we are getting a weakness there. Looks like we might have actually created a new high there. But Bitcoin is still looking on that weaker side though, so that resistance level is relatively strong. That is the strongest resistance level that we've currently got. So 78k was that resistance level, and then the support was about 74 to 72, and yeah, we are now obviously right at the top, right at the resistance, and you can see price is getting weak. Like, we're not able to push through to the upside. You can see we've got still, it's getting weaker and weaker, so you can see this push is obviously weaker than that one, and then this one's weaker than that one, as we can see from the movement. So the movement doesn't go past, obviously, that previous high, which is obviously a suggestion that we are still going to come for a move to the downside. Yeah, we are still in that move for the downside. Bitcoin is very, Bitcoin looks very tired. Oh, we are 4 minutes away. We are 4 minutes away from the US market open. It's a hard spot to be in. So we have 4 minutes, but then at the same time, we could see a push through that resistance level that we have. But the chances are pretty low, obviously due to the current situation and everything that is currently going on. Still got those 4 minutes there. We're still looking pretty good on this trade. We are still looking pretty good. Right. Pretty good. Yeah, Bitcoin is still bearish. We have 2 more minutes. Sorry. 2 more minutes until the US markets open now. 1 more minute. I am a little bit worried in what we're going to see. Hello. But I am leaning towards a bearish side actually. We are coming very bearish now actually. There's a lot more liquidity. How are you? I'm good. Should we sell Bitcoin? I mean, I can't tell you to sell or buy. You can obviously only watch what I do and kind of benefit from that if you wish. All day we've kind of been getting many signals towards an increased conflict actually within Iran and the Middle East. So the US market is now open, and that's the first bearish candle there we've got from Bitcoin. I mean, I don't believe, let me just say this, I don't believe it'll come through this resistance level right here. That's all I'm gonna say. So now the US market is open, and ever since we've just got a big bearish candle right there, as you can see. Now I don't want to speak too soon, jinx it, and then we get a push to the upside, because that will be very bad. But I'm definitely leaning to the bearish side. But yeah. Like, there's a lot more liquidity in the downside. We've got 148 million now. Let me just refresh, see if we've got any different. Yeah, still 148 million in the downside. 125 at 76,430, and then that 148 million is at 75,600 now. We are seeing a slight push there. Maybe we won't see as big of a move from Bitcoin as we normally do. Not from Bitcoin, sorry. From the US markets open. Sometimes we do get a very, I wouldn't say very, but relatively strong signal and move from the US markets open. But yeah, other times it's relatively weak and kind of follows in the same pattern as before the market opened. I'm gonna exit that trade and come in for I'll come in for a short position at the resistance level. I feel like we are kind of pushing towards that level right now. Well, that's what it looks like anyway. So we'll see Pudgy Penguins at the same. That is a relatively large bullish candle there. There's no liquidity in the upside. We've got 150 million at 78,800, but that's a pretty long way to go. That's all the way. I believe that's at the resistance, support level of, no. I believe that's a resistance level of the daily time frame actually. So now if we look at the daily time frame, well, that's 79k, 79.5k. So the liquidity, I believe, will actually come to that level now. Yep. Oh my days. Well, I mean, even if we do go right up to 80k, what, 75 on the RSI.
Cool. That's like a whole wave of people that might just try and listen to it, you know what I mean? Because you can't deny house music, like, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter what style of music you like, that loop. You like music, you like house.
What do you guys think? Are we going to crack through up to 80k or not? I believe we might have a false break there. Let's have a look on Everdex. Oh, it might be a actual full break actually. Judging from that candle shape and size, I am thinking we're going to push even further. I was leaning bearish. I am still leaning bearish, but yeah, it seems we can't get through to the upside.
You like music, you like house. You just haven't realized it yet.
No, I don't know. I think it's too early to be cracking through that level there. I think it's too early. This is actually where we could come in for a short position. $77,767. So it looks like we've broken through that previous high, but we've failed to hold it. I mean, Wales are look how active the market is right now. Crazy, crazy. Wales are extremely bullish. Mid is slightly bullish. Retail is slightly bearish.
beat, I want y'all to check it out because it goes a little something like this.
We need to hold this candle though. This candle actually does need to finish and fully form within this level. There we go. So we've had a rejection multiple times. So here we've made a slight false break, and then we push through again, and now that looks to me like a larger false break. But let's have a look. That candle's got 5 seconds left to fully form. On Monday, White House envoy Steve Witkoff sent a list of amendments that focus on inserting the nuclear issue back into the draft text, per source with knowledge. The source said one of the amendments included a demand that Iran commit not to try to move any enriched uranium out of its bombed nuclear facilities or restart any activity at those sites as long as negotiations continue. Access reported. Looks like Pudgy Penguins is very sensitive to Bitcoin's. You see these slight moves where we get some resistance or a little pushback from the buyers. Pudgy Penguins seem to be a bit sensitive on that matter. We are getting a very big bearish move there. I should have clocked it earlier, to be fair, that we are not getting through that top side. Hello. What is it you want to start trading? I see. Check out if you want to start trading. Check out yesterday's video. That'll be a good start. And then once you've watched it, let me know. So Bitcoin is dumping pretty heavily right now. Look at that. Pudgy Penguins is not kind of listening to that momentum. We need to see a bigger move. We need to see a bigger move. We will see some resistance along the way, some little hiccups, some pushes back from the buyers, but currently, yeah, we are getting a very nice signal to the downside. There we go, we've got a further move from Pudgy Penguins now. That will update in a couple seconds. What? So somehow we're in profit here of, I don't know, it was definitely 100 plus, and then we just jump up. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. We'll most likely get a little, the top 5 things every beginner must learn, that one. Yeah, so Bitcoin has had a little bit of a hiccup here. We will see that continuation. Let's have a look on flow. What have we got? Yeah, so there's that further continuation coming. Maybe we've got some resistance here. The price doesn't want to come through it. We're still leaning pretty positive for a move to the downside. Looking pretty good. We've got some consolidation here. The price doesn't know where it wants to go. What have we got? Is that, what have I just done there? I've got rid of glint. Great. There was something important. Satellite images show Ukrainian strikes on April 25th hit Su-57 and Su-34 jets at Shagol Airport in Russia's Chelyabinsk region. That's not too impactful for the markets currently. Is Bitcoin going to retest that resistance level again? I mean, it looks like it might do. We're going for a limit order at 78,477. $78,477. Zero point 0.01007. 0.0107. So we've got those limit orders set. I believe Bitcoin will now test this resistance level again because maybe it hasn't had enough. Right, let's have a look at last time that happened. So we had here. We're creeping up to that level there. We're creeping up to that level. Liquidity is now actually a little bit less, but we do have more on upside, I believe, if I remember correctly. We've got 115 million at 78k, 78.8k to be precise. Now 106 at 77.2, 112 at 76.4, and now two blocks of liquidity, both 125-ish. One's 123, and then the other one is 125. Now one's at 75.4, 175.6k. So we've got nearly 200 million, 250-ish million liquidity at 76 to 76.4k. Sorry, 76.6 to 76.4. Now Bitcoin is looking to retest that level again.